Hello? Okay, seems fine. Hello?
Hello?
Okay. Can you guys hear me now? If you can just confirm for me on your chat there. If you guys can confirm for me, please, if you can hear me on your chat box there. And can you also confirm if you can see my screen? And also confirm if you can see my screen. Okay, great. Let me close this. And then let's just go over what we know. We didn't trade today for obvious reasons. I think we discussed this with you guys last week. Actually, we've discussed this a couple of times, a number of times, as to which days to trade and which days not to trade. And today was just one of those days where you were not supposed to be trading. However, if you look at the markets, there was actually quite a bit of volatility. I was also not on the market today because obviously I'm saying right now I didn't trade, right? But we can go over. We can just basically go over today's trade and see what you could have done based on what. Okay. And there's something else actually that I'm going to be adding today. In everything that we've done, I'm going to be adding one more thing. Not so different from what you guys already know. However, it's something that I think it's a system that I think I'll be using going forward with you guys because it's the simplest thing that you guys can do. Okay. This is the simplest trading strategy that you guys can basically use, not going astray from what you already know, obviously. Not going astray from what you already know. I'm just adding a tiny little thing that will basically enable you guys to, it's basically going to simplify your trading. Okay. But before we even get to that, I just want to know from you guys, do you guys understand the basics? Who doesn't understand the basics that we've covered thus far? Because if you do not understand those basics, going forward, it's going to be even harder because you won't really see what we're talking about if you haven't seen, if you do not really understand the basics of the strategy that I've just been trying to share with you guys over the last few now over the last couple of weeks. Yeah, because it's been what, 5, 6 weeks now. Over the last couple of weeks. If you guys do not understand what we've done over the last couple of weeks, then you won't be able to understand what I'm about to show you. There's nothing major that I'm showing you now. I'm just showing you guys something practical, simple, and straightforward. Okay. I need you guys to do a bit of back test on your side as well. Okay. We call this the silver bullet trade. Okay. We call this the silver bullet trade. What do I mean, silver bullet? It happens within specific periods, okay? Within specific hours of the day. Remember, everything we do right now is in New York time, right? How do I move? How do I move this thing here? How do I move? How do I move my face from this? Anyways, you guys know everything I do is in New York time. I'm trying to move my face here so I can show you the New York time, but hey, YouTube is still a struggle for me. You guys will bear with me until I really get used to it, okay? But of course, after a couple of weeks, couple of sessions, I mean, I'll get used, okay? So, with all that said, now let me show you guys something. I just want to add something for you guys quickly. Let me just come here, text. What did I tell you? What did I say to you guys? What is it that you basically look for when you want to be in the market trading, right? The first thing, obviously, that you're going to look for is your directional bias. Directional bias. We haven't done it directional bias much, right? But we have done it. And what directional bias basically says is, where do you think the market is drawing to? Where do you think it's going next, right? And you are most likely going to find a what's the best English term to use for this? You are likely going to find the most accurate bias on your higher time frame, that being your daily and your weekly chart, even monthly chart. Okay, so monthly, weekly, daily. That's where you find a reliable directional bias. Okay, where is price going to be drawing to next? So if you see where price is going on the higher time frame, which is your monthly, weekly, daily, you can clearly see where it's going there. You just go on the lower time frame and look for certain arrays, PD arrays, obviously, as I said, that are basically going to tell you where price is going so that it can maybe give you an entry to go to that direction. If you think you're going up on the weekly, daily, and monthly, even if it's not weekly, daily, and monthly, it's just monthly and weekly, they both confirm that your bias is up. So you go down to your lower time frames and start looking for bullish arrays. You see a bullish fair value gap, a 1 hour chart, you go down to your 5 minute chart to go basically look for your entries, right? Okay, cool. So you look for your directional bias. You guys already know this. And then you start looking for your PD arrays, right? What are your PD arrays? What levels do you have at specific times? So you wait for your, not zone, sorry, but kill zone. You wait for your kill zones, right? You basically wait for your kill zones. You guys should know what your kill zones are. Since we are trading NASDAQ, and basically since we're trading futures, we're only looking at between 8:30 and 11, right? I'm not going to be covering anything on Forex because I've stopped trading Forex. It's just futures now. So 8:30 to 11, that's New York time, that is. That's where you basically look for your entries, right? You then look for what? For your stop hunt, right? This is your stop hunt. What else do you look for? You look for your shift in market structure shift. I'm going to write it as MSS. You look for a shift in market structure. What else? You look for your fair value gaps, right? Shift in market structure. You look for your fair value gaps. It could be anything else from that. Then it could be your order blocks and breaker blocks. OB means order block. B means breaker blocks. Whether bullish or bearish. Okay, so these are the things that you look for. Now, with all that said, right? With all that said, I'm now going to take you to today's price action. Okay, this price action that you guys see happen right now, price action that we're trading right now. Okay, obviously, time is 12:24 right now, New York time, which means you are not looking for any entries. If you did not get your entries in here, that means you are not looking for any entries right now. Okay, so what we'll be adding today is basically what I need you guys to be trading for the next month. Okay, so let me say the next 2 weeks, you guys should trade this and nothing else. The reason why I'm saying that is because this strategy that I'm about to show you is so simple and specific, and it tells you exactly when to be looking for these setups and exactly when not to be looking for them. So you do not really find yourself in situations where you go in on the markets when you are not supposed to be doing so. Okay, that's the reason why I need you guys to be trading this strategy. I think it's the simplest strategy that you guys can follow. Okay, if you cannot follow this, you're going to have a serious problem because it's so simple. It's like simple and straightforward. Okay, so we already have our kill zones that I told you guys about, which is between 8:30 and 11. We already have your kill zones. Sorry about that. We already have your kill zones, which is basically 8:30 to 11. Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to add this specific time, nothing else. Okay, I want you guys to add 10 a.m. this 1 hour period between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. That hour period, okay, that's where you guys are going to be looking for your setups. Okay, we call this we call this the silver bullet trade. Okay, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's where you look for this. Okay, this is where you look for this specific setup. Now, I want you guys to notice something. On this specific setup, you are not looking for anything different. Okay, you're not looking for anything different. This is now in response, not really in response, but now this is you're in a position where you already know what your directional bias is. You've already seen all these other things that we've discussed, right? Now you are in that hour period, or within that hour, you are now doing what within that hour? You are now looking for your entry either going up or going down. Okay, within that hour, nothing else. And you're looking for setups that formed within that hour for now. Okay, this is up until you guys get a bit advanced in this. Now, what are you going to do? You are going to switch from 5 minutes chart going down to your 1 minute. 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute. Other brokers even have 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have 2 minutes and 4 minutes. Okay, so you can go anywhere between 5 minutes going down to 1 minute. Okay, that's where you're going to be looking for these setups. Okay, now with all that said, let's look at today's setup. Let's look at today's setup. Quite simple and straightforward. Okay, I'm going to delete this for now. Now, what did I say? The market on futures opens at what time? At 8:30. So I'm going to put a line here on 8:30 and show you. 8:30 starts here. This orange line over here would be our 8:30, right? So from here on going forward, I'm gonna draw a box there at the top so that you guys can check. 8:30 to 11. This is your kill zone because I want to delete this because it's good. The chart is going to be full. So this at the top here, this is your kill zone. Okay. This at the top here, this is your kill zone. Right? This is going to be your kill zone inside. All right. Center. So in here, this is your kill zone. Okay, misspelled it, it's fine. Now, within this period right here, what else do you then look for? Within this period, you now look for exactly 10 a.m. So where does 10 a.m. start? Starts right here. Notice after 10 a.m., the stop hunt has already happened. Remember the stop hunt I told you guys about that happens at 9:30? The stop hunt has already happened. Your 10 a.m. begins right here. So you see, I'm narrowing it down to a specific period. Okay, so this, I'm going to delete this line over here. So you are not trading. So anywhere between there, going back, yeah, all this, you won't be trading. Okay, you're not doing anything in here. You're not doing anything in here. You are only going to start looking for your setups within this time zone, or within this time frame rather, within this hour. This is where you guys will be start looking. This is where you guys will basically start looking for those setups in here. Okay, now let's drop this down. Let me just take this off. Okay, 5 minutes chart. There's nothing here, right? Okay, now before we get to that, before we even get to that, now let's look at what price did today, right? Here's 8:30. I showed you guys 8:30. 8:30 price did what? Started doing what? Going down. What was it doing? It was basically going down to do what? To take sell side liquidity. Where do we have sell side liquidity? We have sell side liquidity right there, right? Price came down, took the sell side liquidity, which is today's lows. London sessions, this is London sessions low, right? Price went down, shot straight down to take the sell side liquidity down here. I've shown you guys this type of setups over and over again, right? So this is nothing new that I'm showing you guys now. So price shot down heavily, took a sell side liquidity. At what time did price give us this low? I want you guys to pay attention to this. What time was this candlestick happening? This candlestick happened exactly around, not really exactly, but in and around 9:30. Can you guys see that? Check the time down here. It says Monday 12 9:30 a.m. I'm going to delete this orange line now. You've seen what time that happened. Now, check. Price has done what? 9:30 price did what? Boom. Gives us a stop hunt. The stop hunt were at the sell side liquidity right here, right? After the stop hunt at this sell side liquidity over here, price decided to do what? To basically go up, shifting the market structure here and here, and then started consolidating, right? But you are not trading as yet. What are you waiting for? You are waiting for 10 a.m., right? 10 a.m. starts where? Right here. Right here. So from this orange line going forward, from this orange line going forward, this is where you are now looking for your what? For your entries, because this is just a bullet hour. Okay. So let's quickly do it. Let's quickly dive down. Remember, you already have your buyers on your higher time frame, right? You already have your buyers on the higher time frame saying price should be going up. You will not be doing this. Now, this is very important what I'm saying right now. You won't be going down on your lower time frames looking to buy or to sell if you do not know where price is most likely going to what levels price is most likely going to reach for on the higher time frames. That's very important. You need to know where price is going on the lower time frame, on the higher time frames, so that when you go on the lower time frame, you just simply look for that arrays that confirm or that basically give you entries for where price is going on the higher time frame. Okay, or where price is basically going to draw to on the higher time frame. So you don't just wake up in the morning, because this is a mistake that I made also. You don't just wake up in the morning, see market structure shift, see this stop hunt and think price is going up. Price can give you a stop hunt down here and then comes give you a stop hunt up here and then continue going down. Okay, so you need to know the directional bias for the day before you can even do this. And I'm not saying you're going to be right all the time, obviously. You're not going to be right all the time, but this is just how you basically do it. Okay. And then comes back to what we've been discussing all along. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this action over here because this is today's trade that I saw that I didn't trade. Okay, this one over here. Okay, so price did what? Price gave us a stop hunt already. You guys have seen that. Price has already given us a stop hunt at 9:30. This is our 9:30 stop hunt over here. And then price came back, consolidated, right? And then started consolidating. When it went up over here, we had this little swing high over here. You see, you'll need to be attentive in these things because these things happen so quick, and you need to be there on the market and checking and really understanding what's happening. So, if you just take a look at this, this was our market structure shift right here. Price came, dropped a bit, and then went up, shot up, and then this gave us what? This little fair value gap over here. Right? You guys can see that little fair value gap right there. This is our trade today. Tomorrow I'll be trading. I don't know if I'll be trading live with you guys, but tomorrow I'll be trading. And then I'll send you guys all these things in the group as I usually do. Okay. Now, notice what this is. This is a high. This is a high over here. This is a high. This candle came and broke this little swing high, left the fair value gap, and then tested this fair value gap, closing this 1, 2, 3. The stop loss was obviously going to be below this low. If you are very skeptical about your trading or you're still not comfortable, you can even put your stop loss below this low. Okay, what do? You see price breaking a market structure. Which market structure? This candlestick over here after this shoot up. This candlestick over here came and pierced this swing high. Okay, after it pierces this swing high, it comes back, tests this fair value gap over here. Okay, this fair value gap. We have this candlestick, the red one, the green one shoots up, the green one opens up, goes up, breaks the swing high, leaves a fair value gap between the red and the small green. I don't know, I think you guys call it a doji. Is it a doji? Yes, I think so. So with this, you have this little fair value gap over here. Okay. So what does price do? It comes, tests this fair value gap and starts going the opposite direction. Okay. Now I want you guys to take a look at what time that setup happens. It happens within our silver bullet. So where the orange line starts and where the orange line ends, which is right here, that's the hour. In this period, you want to be in. You want to be what? You want to be in. So you want to be taking your entry. Taking your entry in there. Okay. Taking your entry in this hour within this 1 hour period. 1 hour period. You want to be taking your entries within this 1 hour period. That doesn't mean that you need to close your trade by 11. No, that's what it means. You can hold your trades over till around 12 when the New York lunch starts. Okay, you can still be holding your trade. However, your entries or your setups must form within this 1 hour. So, if you've noticed, I didn't really change anything in terms of what we've covered thus far. I didn't change anything. Sorry, I didn't change anything. The only thing that I did right now is to basically give you a narrowed down period where you guys can look for setups exactly at those periods. However, everything else still remains the same. There's nothing else you are changing in what we've done. You need to have seen your stop hunt. You need to have seen your market structure shift. You need to have your market direction, You need to have your shift in market structure where you can already see it's okay. Your price has taken out a sell side or a buy side liquidity, and now it's broken the structure to the upside or to the downside, left you a fair value gap, and then basically starts going one direction. You need to have seen all those things, and it needs to be in your within your kill zone. Okay, all these things need to be in line for you to basically say what you are going to be taking a trade in the silver bullet period. Okay, now we do not have just one silver bullet, we have three. Okay, the first one is 3 a.m. This is New York time, right? So this is the London session one. Yeah, the exact same thing. But now the problem with that one is that since we're trading futures, which is our Nasdaq and Nasdaq US 30 and US 500, 90% of the time they consolidate during the London session. So you will not be trading them anyways, right? However, for those of you guys that are still trading Forex, these are the times, okay? In the London session, you are going to be trading the silver bullet between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. New York time, okay? 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. New York time. Let me just write them down for you guys here. This is 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Sorry, that's 4 a.m. NY time. This is the first. This is the first session. The second session is going to be the one that we just discussed right now. So this is the New York time, the New York session rather. This is going to be 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then this is the last one. This is now after lunch, okay? Which is going to be, I think it's 2. Is it 2 or 3? I need to confirm that. I don't trade it a lot, but this is, let's say, 1400. I'll confirm this with you guys. I stand to be corrected on this. 14 to 1500, okay? So these are the times that you are going to be trading, okay? 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. New York time, 10 a.m. And this is the one that you'll be trading most of the time. The 10 a.m. to the 11 a.m. one, because this is where we have the most volatility. But then sometimes the market does give you a nice setup during the market does sometimes give you a nice setup during the during after lunch, after the lunch session. Okay. So nothing has changed. I just basically added a few times that you guys need to be analyzing on your market. I don't know if that's confusing to any of you guys. Do you guys have any questions before anything? Before we move on, what questions do you guys have? What questions do you guys have? You can chat. You can either type them on WhatsApp or type them on your live chat there on WhatsApp. I'm on WhatsApp waiting for you guys here. Long I say you finally found what it was missing. Okay. And what's that? Okay. Give me a second. Give me a second. Just 2 minutes. Luma is asking, please touch on the NY afternoon kill zone. Kill zone. Okay, cool. Okay, so the afternoon kill zone is like this, man. The afternoon kill zone is like this. You okay, these are the time, these are the kill zones. Okay, these are the kill zones that you guys need to understand, right? You will be trading in the morning till 11 a.m., right? After 11 a.m., you guys will not be trading because the morning kill zone is done. Yes, the morning kill zone is done. Now, you move to the afternoon kill zone. The afternoon kill zone is around these times. Now, here's the thing. Between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock, this is the period where you do not want to be trading. Okay, let's go on the live market. What's happening right now? Okay, let's go on the live market. What's happening right now? Okay, so let me just move this. Let me borrow these lines. 12 a.m., 12 p.m. rather. Sorry, this is the afternoon kill zone. And what time? To 1. This hour, you are not trading here. This is the part where you guys are not trading. Why? Because this is our lunch hour, right? There's either not going to be any, there's either not going to be any movement. So we're time right now is 12:43. So we are currently in that hour. Price is either not going to be moving. If it is going to be moving, then it's going to be sloppy, like it's not going to be the best price action to trade, okay, because it's that lunch hour. So between 12 and 1 you are not trading, okay. You will then you can then resume trading from 1 o'clock going forward, right? However, we usually want to wait till 1:30, which means between 12 and 1:30 there will be no trading, okay. In fact, between 12 and 1, there's definitely no trading. This 30 minutes that you give yourself after that is just for the market to come back to life, right? So you can only officially start trading from 1:30 going forward, of which it's going to be what? 1:30 to 3. Okay, so 1:30 p.m. New York time, which is obviously going to be late here in South Africa, right now around 8 p.m. Right? So from 1:30 to 3 p.m., that's when you can start looking for your entries again. Okay, 1:30 to 3 p.m., that's when you can basically start looking for your entries again. You do not want to be looking for your entries between the lunch hour and the last hour of the day, which is what? 4 p.m. You do not want to be trading at 4 p.m. You need to be closing. You need to be, it's either you are already in a position or you are basically monitoring trades that you have already taken for the day. Okay. So that's how you trade the afternoon session. It's the exact same things that you guys know. Let's say, for instance, right now, price is still bullish. We're still thinking that price is still heavily bullish on Nasdaq, and we do not want to call the top on this thing. So what we then do is we look at this thing and say, okay, I won't be trading between these orange lines. As soon as price starts trading outside, which means it's going to be 1 going forward. However, if we're saying you're only going to be trading from 1:30, it means you can move your line to here. So which means within this range or within this time period, you are not doing anything, right? You are not doing anything. You are just watching to see what price does. However, if price goes down and tries to take out the sell side liquidity that is built over here and comes back and tests this fair value gap that we have over here, then you can say these are the levels. Now, this is where you start looking for your PDRAs, right? These are the levels you basically start to, these are the levels that you want to do at. These are the levels that you want to start basically analyzing to see how price is going to react when it gets there, right? However, if price gets to this fair value gap that I marked over here, if price gets at this fair value gap and we are still trading within this 1 hour period, that means you are not going to be taking that trade. Okay, you're just going to watch and see what happens. But you now wait for what? The afternoon session to kick in, which is basically what I shared with you guys. And once the afternoon session kicks in, the same principles, um, the same principles apply. Exactly how you trade your morning session is exactly how you're going to be trading your afternoon session. There's nothing different with that. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense to everyone, and I don't know if that makes sense to everyone, and if you guys have any questions thus far going for me before we close this session. I don't want to drag them too long, right? What happens is that I know how the people lose concentration. I personally I can't focus too long. Okay. It's just in well, that's just me. It's just in my nature. I can't those for those of you guys who know me like personally, you guys should know that like I lose focus when you're talking to me, and I sometimes just fucking doze off, and I can hear you, but like ukalela good background, so right. So I can't focus too long, and I use that same method for me to learn. Okay, so even if I have like an hour video that I need to watch, I'll break it down to like 20 minutes each, and that helps me to grasp the information easier. Okay, may I please explain the zeal? What is the zeal? Do you mean the kill zone? Mlungisi. What do you mean the zeal, my man? Just explain for me what you mean by. Can I please explain the zeal? I think you wanted to say kill zone, if I'm not mistaken. Which consolidation will you pick? Well, with I'm a consolidation again. It depends on what you mean. More to which consolidation will I pick, right? The market, guys. You know, usually the market is going to tell you exactly what it wants to do at specific times, right? Because now, if I say which consolidation would I pick, right? You have a look at this. You know already. So here's the thing. Let me just clear my chart, right? When you wake up in the morning, today, for instance, this is what has been happening all day, right? The market has basically just been consolidating, right? The market has literally been consolidating since here we go. Since this is where today starts going down, and then it only started trading during the lunch, not the lunch, but the morning session in New York, right? The New York morning session. So since the market has been consolidating like this over here, this level over here becomes our low of the day. Let's say what's this? Let's say this has not happened, right? We are still basically here. The market is still consolidating. This low over here, this low becomes our what? This becomes our what? Our low of the day. LOT, low of the day, right? Someone else might want to argue and say, yeah, that's the low of the day, but it's also that's the low of the day, but it's also what? London. This is also our London session lows, right? This is our London session lows. So this level over here, it's the London session low, right? So this becomes a what? Remember, people who trade see support and resistance. There's liquidity, there's sell side liquidity lying over here. So the minute the market opens, what you then do is you look for things like this. You have obviously, I'm not going to dispute the fact that we have what, but again, the market is going to tell you what it wants to do. It's going to tell you if does it want to go just for the London session low, or does it want to go for last week's low, okay, which is this one, right? Last week Friday's low or the previous day's low, right? So if you take a look at this, you had sell side liquidity over here, right? Sell side liquidity over here. We also have what? Sell side liquidity over here. That's why sometimes when you open, when you see my chart, you'll see me labeling these things. Okay, what is price really trying to do? Okay. We also have what? Sell side liquidity right here, right? So we have sell side liquidity, sell side liquidity. I label this as London low of the day or London sessions low because it's just what it is. But it's also sell side liquidity. Okay. So the minute you start seeing price moving and doing certain things at specific times, is the times where you basically then start seeing, okay, this is the market now tipping its hand to you, telling you exactly what it wants to do and when. Okay, so when price did this, shot down at 9:30 with this candlestick over here, we've already discussed this. When price starts shooting down over here and fails to take out a sell side, it takes out the sell side liquidity, which is the London session low, and then fails to take out this low over here. This is price is bullish. You already know that price is bullish. So when price takes out a sell side liquidity at 9:30, which is specific time, remember, it's time then price, right? It takes out the sell side liquidity at 9:30. Okay, takes out the sell side. In fact, it went up, took out the buy side, went down, took out the sell side. After doing that, sorry. After price does that, give me a second. I just distracted there. After price takes out the sell side liquidity, after price takes out the sell side liquidity, after price takes out sell side liquidity over here, it's already 9:30. Okay. Once you see price shifting a market structure by breaking a high and basically leaving a fair value gap and all that, then you know that price is less likely going to go and take out the sell side liquidity. That's how I would basically choose my highs and lows, or which sell side liquidity or buy side liquidity is price going to reach for. Sometimes I don't understand. They're saying screen. Yeah. So that's basically how I choose my sell side liquidity and buy side liquidity. That's basically what I'm saying. And just confirm with you. Just confirm with me if you guys can see. Oh, the screen was okay. It's back. Yeah. So I don't know which part you guys missed, where you were saying you couldn't see my screen. Damn it. So it was blank the whole time. Okay. So it was blank the whole time. I don't understand how it was. Okay. But, anyways, that's basically what I've been trying to explain to you guys, right? This is what I've been trying to explain. We have this session, this level over here, which is the low of the day. We have the London session lows as well. Low of the day would be this one, because this is today, right? Low of the day, remember, we choose from the 12th. This is the 12th. Let me just go to NAS. Yeah, right. So the day starts at this orange line going forward. This is today. From the 12th, this orange line going forward is what we are trading. Okay. So price opened, went down a bit, and then started going up, 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 up. While it was going up, up, up like this, it leaves this low. This then becomes the what? This becomes our low of the day. Or no, but it's not a London session low. Actually, I'm actually wrong. I'm actually incorrect. The reason why this can't be a London session low, sorry about that. Let me just remove it. This becomes an Asian session low because we're still in the Asian session here. This becomes an Asian session low, but it's still the low of the day. Okay, so Asian session price leaves this level and starts going up, and then consolidates and then goes back down. Once it goes back down, it comes to do what? To spike this level. When it spikes this level, what does it do? It takes out all the buy side liquidity over here, sell side liquidity, sorry. Takes out all the sell side liquidity over here, which means people who are going long, who are buying here thinking that yes, price is going up, obviously have what? Have their stop losses at this level. But there's also people who are saying what? If price breaks this level and continues, if price breaks this low and it's basically going to continue going down. So they do what? They pull their sell stops here. They pull their sell stops over here. So what price does is it comes here, hits this level, takes out everyone who has their stop losses here, and takes in everyone who has their what? Their sell stops at this level. So these guys are now trapped, saying these guys are now trapped short. Price then reverses against them, breaks market structure as I showed you guys on the 3 minutes chart over here. Let me just go back to that. Price comes, shifts market structure, leaves fair value gap, and then starts going the opposite direction to do what? To take out the buy side. Because remember, at the same time, while all this is happening, we still have what? We still have buy side liquidity lying at these levels, right? We still have buy side liquidity lying at these levels over here. So this is still buy side liquidity. Okay, this is still buy side liquidity. How do you then take your profits here? Do you take the profits when price get, because now we don't have any highs and all that shit. So do you now take your profits when price breaks these levels over here? Do you now just say, okay, price has taken these levels, now you go out? You can do that. You can have your positions and have a situation and find yourself in a situation where price breaks this level, you have maybe 0.02 on your trade, or you have two lots on your trade, depending on which platform you're trading on. If you have two lots, you can now close one lot, leave one lot running, and then I will share with you guys how to now use your fib to basically track. And not today though. I'm going to do that on Wednesday. I'm going to show you guys how to then use your Fibonacci in situations like this to check where you could put your pay, your take profits in these markets. Okay, and sorry. Okay, cool. I think I've explained what Ulunga was asking. Sorry, please clarify the silver bullet. So a silver bullet, for me to clarify, a silver bullet is me basically saying you are only going to trade within a certain period, which is just that 1 hour period. Okay. You are going to be trading within that 1 hour period, nowhere else. You're not going to be trading outside of that 1 hour, which means in this example, you're only going to be trading from what? 10 a.m. to 11. I can switch to the 1 minute time frame so you guys can check. This is where you are going to be looking for your setups, okay? In this period. Everything else stays standard. Nothing else changes, literally nothing else. You are going to be trading within this period. You're going to be looking for your entries within this period. If you go on the lower time frame, which is the 1 minute chart time for this one, you will clearly see that price shows. And I won't lie to you guys, I didn't trade this setup today. I was not trading today. I told you guys I'm not going to be trading today simply because I thought we're not going to have this much volatility. Simply because we do not have high impact news today, whether medium or high impact news. So in such days, I take it as a day off. I'm not trading. I am though going to be observing or watching the market, but I will not be participating. Okay. I watch the market, but I'm not participating. Again, check. Price came, it shifted also here. You can also take this as a shift in market structure right here. Price went up, went down, left this swing high, short. This displacement over here, displacing this swing high over here. When price displaces this swing high, this is our swing high, right? This becomes our what? This becomes our market structure shift, right? This becomes our market structure shift over here. Let me track this again. Sorry, this high over here becomes our market structure shift. Once it does that, it leaves a fair value gap. Where is our fair value gap? Our fair value gap is right here. Fair value gap is right here. Price comes and tests this fair value gap with what? Price comes and tests this fair value gap with this candlestick right here. Okay. And then price starts doing what? Going up. And all this happened, this trade, this means this was to be your entry. This. I realize I still struggle with this thing. I can call out. And there's this dope one. Oh yes, comment. This is going to be your entry. Yeah. I'm still learning these things, guys. I don't know. I don't know how these guys do it. These guys on YouTube are so cool when they do it. I'm still learning in a trading view as well. Like it's not got it. This is the one I wanted. This is your entry. This is your entry long. Okay. So you buy over here. Why? Why do you buy over there? Because guys, you already have this fair value gap over here. right? This thing also shows. So if you saw this trade happening on the 3 minutes time frame as I showed you guys, you are not wrong. It's still the exact same trade. It's just that because you're on the 1 minute chart, you are now going to be having more candlesticks. But we also have a market structure shift right here. This is another market structure shift. Okay, this is another market structure shift. Market structure shift, but you're basically going to be using the same fair value gap. This is on the 1 minute time frame. So if you see all these things happening on your higher time frame, when you go to your lower time frame, you then start breaking these things down. You will be trading on the 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes to get your entries. Okay, and then you can basically hold for whatever levels that you are basically going to be hoping for. However, your entry needs to be within this hour. Okay. Your entry needs to be within this hour. Now, if you are trading Forex, your Euro USD, GBP USD, I used to trade GBP JPY a lot, GBP USD, all that shit. If you're trading all that, you can still trade the morning session, which is the London session, where you guys will basically be trading your London session. Okay. Now that's where you'll be trading the 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Okay. In the morning. That's the 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Not kill zone, but silver bullet. 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. is going to be your morning session kill zone. Not kill zone, but morning session silver bullet, or your London silver bullet, 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. And then you have this one, which, if you are trading futures, is the one that you'll be trading in most cases, which then becomes your New York session morning silver bullet. Okay. So I don't know. Do you guys have any other questions before we continue? Not continue, actually, close, because I mean it's already an hour. We've been going for about an hour. Do you guys have any other questions before we continue or close the session? I need you guys to go back on your market, right? Trading View is free, guys. Use Trading View. Go back on the market. Well, you know what, now, Lona, on your PM session consolidation and entry, it's literally the exact same thing. It's just that right now you just need to make sure that you are not trading in the New York lunch hour, which is basically what I was explaining over here. Right? This is our morning session. So afternoon session consolidation is going to start here, which is 12. From here on, going this side. This is 12. To what? What time is it now? 106. This is the afternoon session trading. This is the afternoon session consolidation that you will now be looking at. So this 1 hour period, you are not trading. However, price did what? Price gave you a what? A lunch hour low. So we have this low over here during the one. So obviously, when we have this low, what do we have here? We have our sell side liquidity over here. Obviously, if we have this sell side liquidity over here, you are now going to maybe switch to M15, and let me just delete this line. My chart has become too busy. Okay, let's remove drawings. Right? Let's remove drawings. Right? My bias on this thing would basically be long still, which means I still want price, looking for price to be going up. So if I come to the 5 minutes charts right here, what do I see? I see that we have these relatively equal lows, right? We have these relatively equal lows over here. And then we have what? This 5 gap over here. So if that's the case, this is what I would be looking at. We have this high, which is today's morning high. So what I would like to do is I would like to see what price does in this period. Okay, I'd like to see what price does in this period. If price comes, takes out this sell security over here, then I would then look for price to go do what? To come break these levels and either continue going up or just take these highs and start consolidating. So this is how I would trade them. If price fails to do that, it might probably want to just test this fair value gap that we are in now, right? However, personally, I wouldn't want to be trading. Personally, I wouldn't want to be trading. So I already showed you guys this. Personally, I would not want to be trading until price gets towards to 1:30. So I would only start looking to take any trade from here on going forward. This price might react over here as you can see it going down. Price might react at this fair value gap over here and continue going up. If it does that and continues going up now, then it means I don't really have an entry. Okay. However, also if price gives me a clean setup like it did this morning over here, down here, I definitely won't be looking to trade the afternoon session. This is how you donate your money back to the market. So if it gives you a nice setup in the morning, you skip the afternoon, you don't even trade the afternoon session. But if it doesn't give you any setup in the morning, then you can look at your afternoon session. And your afternoon session, you basically look at it almost the exact same way. It's just that right now, obviously, the market is different at every time. Every condition is different. But if it gives you that, then you can now start looking at this consolidation because this is where we are. From here to here, we start looking at this consolidation and see what price is going to do. Okay. If it plays around like it's doing now, right? If price decides to play around like it's doing now, till 1:30, and then after 1:30, it comes and hits this fair value gap over here, then I can go long here, which means I can buy over here and then hold for price to do what? To take out the buy side liquidity above these highs. Okay. That's basically how we trade the afternoon session. Okay. Do we have any other questions before we close the session? Do you have any other questions? Do you have any other questions, guys? Nothing else, ne? Okay. I will call this a night. Just gives us a thumbs up there. And remember, this is just for educational purposes and it's not financial advice. And you guys should never look at it as financial advice. Okay? You should never look at these sessions as financial advice, as this is just our 2 cents knowledge on the market. Okay? 2 cents on the market. So I hope you guys have yourself a wonderful night. And if you want to come back and watch this live stream, do so at your convenience. And we'll see you guys in the next session. Good night.